Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to explain what is an AI agent and how it is helping us in day-to-day life. So, an AI agent is a digital worker that can observe, think, decide and act to achieve a particular goal. So, these are four important qualities or characteristics. The first one is it can observe, the second one is it can think, third one is it can decide, and the last one is it can act to achieve a particular goal. So if you remember these four characteristics or qualities, then you can understand this concept better. Now let me take you to a different screen. Okay, I'm going to draw some pictures so that you will understand this concept better. So let's say we have ChatGPT. Okay, so let me draw a simple image about ChatGPT. I am going to say ChatGPT. Okay, so every day, we use ChatGPT, and if we want any details, ChatGPT is going to give those details. Let's say, for example, you wish to respond to customer's email and you need assistance on how to respond to that particular email. Now, if you ask ChatGPT, ChatGPT is going to help you with how to respond to that particular email. This is one example. The second example is, let's say for example, you want to travel in Japan for 1 week. Okay. Now, if you ask ChatGPT, can you help me with 1 week travel itinerary to travel in Japan? Then what happens is ChatGPT is going to give all those details to you. So how it is happening? In the backend, let me draw another image quickly. So in the backend, it is communicating with LLM. Okay, LLM means large language model. It has got all the data or information. Let's consider this as brain for ChatGPT. So when you communicate with ChatGPT, ChatGPT is going to communicate with LLM or large language model. Large language model is like the brain and it has got all the data. So whenever you ask anything to ChatGPT, it is going to communicate with LLM, fetch the information from LLM and it is going to show it to you on the screen. So far, if you understand this concept, what is happening here is we are just communicating with ChatGPT and ChatGPT is responding to our questions or queries. Now let's discuss the second scenario. The second scenario is you ask ChatGPT to respond to your email without your presence. You are asking ChatGPT to respond to your email without your presence. In this case, ChatGPT cannot do it. ChatGPT cannot do it because it doesn't have the capability to respond to your email. It can only give the information on how to reply to your email, but it cannot do the job by itself because it needs assistance from humans, because ChatGPT cannot respond to your email. ChatGPT can only give information on how to reply to your email, but it cannot respond to your email. Now, with the help of AI agents, what we are actually doing is we are going to, we are going to take assistance from AI agents on do the particular task, on doing the particular task. Now, if you go back to the first definition here, an AI agent is a digital worker that can observe, think, decide, and act to achieve a goal. Now, let's go back to the same image here. Okay. Now, let's say for example, you are an employee, in a company, and you got an important email around 1 a.m. in the morning. A very important email you got at 1 a.m. in the morning, and you are sleeping during that time. You are sleeping during that time. Now, what happens is if you have installed AI agent, then what happens is AI agent is going to observe the email. It is going to observe the email, and it is going to think, oh, is this email very important, or should I respond right now? It is going to think, it is going to decide, yes, this is a very important email because the email came from Mark, who is the chief technology officer of this particular company. And then it is going to act immediately to achieve a goal. Now, if you observe here, in the first scenario, ChatGPT didn't have capability to respond to the email. After integrating or after creating an AI agent, what happens is it is going to think, it is going to observe, and it is going to act. It is going to observe, it is going to think, it is going to decide, and it is going to act to achieve a goal. So you can ask how it is possible, how this can be possible. It is possible by integrating LLM with some backend tools. So I am going to draw another diagram here. So if you remember the first scenario, if we don't have tools integrated to LLM, ChatGPT is going to just fetch the information from LLM and it is going to respond to us. But when you integrate large language model with some tools in your organization, it can be an email server or Exchange server, or it can be database server or SQL server, or if you integrate it with some internal tools in your organization, what happens is in this case LLM is going to fetch the information from those tools, and whenever there is a requirement, like any customer or if someone asks any question, LLM is going to communicate with those tools. It is going to fetch that information and it is going to respond to that particular query. Okay, so this is the main difference between normal ChatGPT and AI agents. So basically what is happening is AI agent is observing, it is thinking, it is deciding, and it is acting to achieve a goal. So if you work for any organization, what happens is all these organizations have their own LLM, large language model. Okay, they are going to create this LLM with their own company's data or database, and then they are going to integrate the LLM with their own internal tools, so that they can do the task within the organization. Let's say for example you are working for some manufacturing industry. They will have their own internal LLM and they are going to integrate it with some tools, and they are going to create AI agents so they can do their task within their organization. So this is a very important concept, and it is going to be available for the next 5 to 10 years at least. Alright, I really hope you find this information helpful. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.